I welcome is this person who is before me, sitting beside me, who is listening is my discussion with perfect attention. And in the and that the person is who are staying is far distance. All of you are requested is to listen my discussion, by which it is possible on the part of you to develop your quality. But after Idul Adha, a lady who is a primary school teacher, she shared with me about her weakness. But I told her that in the and that way that you are getting, at first you can read special word book. By reading word book, it will be highly helpful for you to know lot of words. Thus, you can give each of the students of your institution 5 to 10 words per day. Thus, they will especially memorize it. Spelling power will come. You can also purchase a spelling book for the students that you know to drive that is called their shortcoming and weakness. This is how they can develop their quality and capacity. After it, you can especially do another thing. You may listen. You may listen speech of any language of the world that you know. I'm not telling to learn Chakma language, Marma language, Mog language, and Hebrew language, Chinese language, as well as language of Russia and other special languages of different countries. More than 200 countries we are getting in this globe. And different people, of course, are getting different places. In Bangladesh, you are also just finding that is called as different languages. Ami Jabona, I shall not go, is especially that you are getting is especially clear Bengali. Then the voyage of Chittagong, of course, you know, I Jaitanno. I Jaitanno is told this people of Noakhali, of course, you know. Then the people of Chittagong is they metal. I know Zayam. Means I will not go. And we tell, how are you? Are you well? They say, Gamasanawa. We say, especially one language you are getting, Amad Deshta Kota Sundar. Chakma people say, Amad Dekcho Atok justice, especially that you know, Dol Dol. Amad Dekcho Atok Dol Dol. It means to see our country is very beautiful. We tell, where do you go? But they tell is Hudujar. We say, especially, have you eaten? They say that you are getting heyo. English and that different language of this country you are finding or getting, but every languages are important for those people who are using different parts of this country. Language of Chakma, of course, you know, is important for Chakma people. Language of Marma is important for the people of Marma. Language of Mog is important for the people of Mog. Language of special local language of Sylhet is important for them. Local language, of course, is getting Barishal is important for them. Local language of Noakhali is important for them. Local language of Chittagong is important for them. Local language, of course, is getting that is called the district you are getting the birthplace of Mr. Rishad. Then we may tell, I will go at night, but they tell, I Tejamuni. Whatever might be the person who is beside me, she is a member of Tangail. I do not know about this language, what is being used by them. But especially that is called, there are many districts in this country and so many people who are surviving here. But in Bangladesh, throughout the whole country, we are not getting only one language, we are getting a lot of colloquial language. Politically, linguistically, of course, it is getting all languages, what is revealing in our country. Other parts of the world, of course, you know, are important for us. But I told this primary school teacher in the way, you may collect, just especially books of class 1 in English version 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can especially read this book. After it One sentence you may tell in the classroom in Bengali, another sentence you can tell in English. Dear primary school teachers, honorable primary school teachers, especially who are that is called teaching throughout the whole country, and you teach in which way Manush Samajik Jeev, you may tell many social creature. আমরা পরিবেশ ছাড়া বসবাস করতে পারি না। We cannot live without environment. Of course it is getting. আমরা বলি পানির অপর নাম জীবন, and especially that is called another name of water is life. It is not is correct. বিশুদ্ধ পানির অপর নাম জীবন. Another name of water, of course it is getting, is the pure water. Another name of water is life. Of course it should be pure water, but it cannot be drain water, it cannot be water of manhole, it cannot be water of bridge, it cannot be water of canal, it cannot be water of justice, especially polluted sea water. It should not be justice polluted sea water, here and there arsenic justice water. It cannot be water of course, especially from dirty and darkest sea place. You are getting in the chance that you can teach your students. So today your students is especially you may tell 10 sentences, honorable primary school teachers throughout the whole country. Similarly, the person who are teaching government and non-government secondary sections, especially secondary school 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, physics, chemistry, math, biology, geology, and other subjects including religion, who are Maulana teachers. And with it I should share other personality who are teaching different subject at especially primary section and secondary section. If you can especially give strongest foundation, obviously that is called high school student will be strongest one. I should share with you one sentence in Bengali for you all. আপনার ঘরের বেড়া যদি টিন দিয়ে তৈরি হয়, এর উপরে ছাদ দিতে পারবেন না। If your defense of your house is made of tin, but you cannot use any roof over this tin, it will break down. Similarly, if you cannot give especially good student, best student cannot produce in this country, so here to make best student, good student, bright student, that skill combined effort is essential. Number one, parents should be educated, and the parents who do not know how to read and write or etc., they may get admitted to see themselves in adult education center after sunset. But especially I should share with you one thing, and this is parents may easily study at least 2 or 3 hours at night whenever they get opportunity, in which and that you can especially take care of your sons and daughters. And obviously just especially if you do not have education in this section, obviously your children may cheat you. Reason, night and day is all the same for a blind man, because he cannot understand this matter, what is good and bad. For this is the reason our parents throughout the whole country who are guardian, they must have training, coaching, teaching, etc. And primary school teacher especially should come forward, look at the developed countries of the world who are teaching, in America, Canada, Australia, Charles Darwin International University, of course, it is pending. Other developed countries of the world, of course, where especially the education rate of those countries is quite satisfactory. Teachers are laboring hard for the betterment of the students you are getting, and almost of the teachers of primary section in America, in Canada, in Australia, you are getting, in German, in Japan, other developed countries of this world, of course, they are female teachers. These female teachers, of course, they have been given training, coaching, teaching, etc., and they show motherly affection in the classroom with the students. And especially this teacher started to dance with the students, dance, child dance, we are dancing together. And later Borno, you may bring a letter to me, a letter Bornota niye asho, dance, child dance, you may go by dancing, and that is called bring a letter বর্ণ নিয়ে আসো, বর্ণ, লেটার অর্থ চিঠি, লেটার অর্থ বর্ণ, to me. The children is your child go to bring the letters. In the and that there is special this letter to the hand of teachers. Teacher is dances. Teachers use dance and student is dance at primary section. In the and that students is understand one point. Children is do not like reality. Children is like what? That is called merrymaking, singing, enjoying. In the and that children especially enjoy many things, and when they get up from sleep, the children is especially tell their mothers to prepare breakfast for them, and they think to go to school means especially merrymaking, singing, etc. Honorable primary school teachers of this country who are listening, especially make your student in such kind of interested person, you may sing with them for a while. You can just especially recite you are getting poetical section poem, you are pending and sing with them for a while, maybe 5 minutes. In this and that you may give enjoyment to the students, because little children are not interested to read books. They think it is a kind of drudgery. In this and that in teaching methodology, if you can't build the children's career, obviously in course of time when they will get admitted themselves, you are getting under Cambridge University, the person who are learning this syllabus, they are getting age befitting equality, time befitting equality. Second thing, the students who are getting admitted themselves into higher, cadet colleges of this country, both female and male students, they are also just getting standard education. They can develop their own honesty, purity, simplicity, magnanimity, humanity, charity, and especially other qualities of life. They do not get opportunity to abuse each other, one another. Of course, there is getting maltreatment, misbehavior, abusive language. Of course, they are getting slang language, kharab bhasha. Of course, there is getting the children do not get opportunity to utter such kind of thing. On the contrary, look at the rural education. Our children are speaking in the and that by especially that mentioning the name of organ, both man and woman. But for it are they responsible? Obviously, honorable teachers of primary section, and environmental matter is especially such kind of environment that you are getting, and they get family training, coaching, teaching, and their parental behavior calm to them, and children are accustomed to just imitate their parents. By imitating their parents as well as the people of the environment, of course, there is getting in the and that they become accustomed. Burning example, honorable primary school teacher, the whole country is waiting at your face. The whole country guardian are waiting especially for your generosity, honesty, purity, simplicity, dedication. And in this and that, of course, how many students of this country are getting chance and opportunity to read Scholastica school or just cadet colleges of this country. Almost the student is almost, and most of the students are getting opportunity to complete their education from rural primary schools, sometimes kindergarten, but due to just COVID-19, most of the kindergarten schools throughout the whole country had already been banned. Teachers of this institution especially choose their another profession, and since COVID-19 has gone by the boundless mercy of Allah, government took necessary steps to give that vaccination, and first time, second time booster dose you are given. Sincere effort of government, and government is official, and from root level to highest level personality, I have noticed myself going to hospital here and there, this and that, by the help of camping. As befitting equality, time befitting special equality, effort had been done, and in this and that by the boundless mercy of Almighty Allah, we are enjoying sound health. Honorable primary school teacher, since you are the hopes and aspiration your founder of children, of course, if your foundation is the strongest one, then especially the person who will come to secondary section, their foundation will be strongest one. Next, especially that college section, their foundation will be strongest one. From the practical experiences of mine that I have noticed some students who got admitted themselves into college, and I noticed one thing that they do not have any even primary, that is called quality like a standard primary school student. Their deprivation started before their birth. When they came to institution, of course, they are being deprived. Our teachers are working relentlessly. I do believe this matter strongly. But how many students they can control in this country? According to justice, especially this and that American policy of developed country. In a classroom, there should have been at least 15 to 20 students, and there should have been maybe 30, but there should have been special spaces between two students, and student special classroom, of course, AC. Component of education is quite satisfactory. Teachers are well qualified. There is given special highest salary of this country, and they are getting novelty in education, and various kinds of steps are taken by the government. But especially it is possible only in developed countries, of course, but developing country of the globe, they may not perform this task. For this reason, the students who get their birth in poverty stricken family, poor and pauper family, as well as needy family, and their deprivation starts before their birth. Getting their birth, of course, somehow they get education, after this and that after some years, especially many students, because of COVID-19, other calamities, poverty crisis, erosion of rivers, burning of especially and villages, cheat and tower, fraudster, etc. There to loss especially many things. Because of accident, many students, fathers, mother, parent, kith and kin who are killed, who become crippled, cannot do any action for the betterment of their children and family. Such kind of children, of course, are become burden. They take shelter coming to orphanage, as well as especially under the direction, supervision of their kith and kin relative, of course, especially that is called মায়ের কাজ মাসিকে দেওয়া হয় না. The action of especially mother cannot be done, of course, especially by khala. I mean maternal not maternal grandmother, but that you are getting maternal aunt. It is extremely painful matter. Today I have noticed a lady justice especially who had only some conflict with her father-in-laws, and especially both father-in-law and mother-in-law, they threw SCDC to her. It is extremely painful, shameful matter, and they need to get exemplary punishment. Honorable guardians in this country, you have thrown especially that is called SCDC to the daughter of other. But if your daughter would be attracted by this way, obviously you would be able to understand this particular matter, what is called the pain of it. And in this and that, of course, you should change your mentality. You should be justice, especially human being. You should have especially dignity and honor. You should have humanity. You must not perform such kind of cruelty. If any person does any mistake, for whom we are getting that is called Just Court, High Court, Supreme Court, as well as village arbitration, and arbitration between especially among the kith and kin relatives of them. In the and that, you cannot especially cripple any person. Of course, this particular young lady shall have to suffer mass up to her death. We don't know what kind of treatment she will get from her husband, what kind of treatment she would be able to justice gain from her kith and kin relative, etc. Of course, we do not know. We don't know whether her parents are poor or pauper or not. In the and that, don't take any law at your own hand. And of course, you should have patience. You are getting before slapping on the cheek of other, slap on your cheek. Before slapping on the justice cheek of other, you may slap on your cheek strongly. Then you would be able to justice especially understand what is the pain of slapping. Before kicking, especially that is called other, of course, you can be kicked by other, and you will be able to understand this matter, what is the pain of kicking. Before especially blowing any person, of course, you should be blown by another person. You would be able to understand what is the pain of it. Before justice, especially cutting the throat of other person, you may cut inch of your justice hand. You would be able to understand this matter. It is called what is the pain of it. of this section. Before performing atrocity, cruelty, suffering, sorrow, distress, agony, pain, of course you can think about yourself. You are human being, they are also human being. By being just jealous, this natured person, you must not do such kind of activities and action. But law enforcer shall come, it is sure that and the person who are the thrower of ACDC, they ought to need to get exemplary punishment. And if they get exemplary punishment, such kind of crime may not continue in this country. Bangladesh is a country of crimes, especially different crimes had already spread it many places of this country. So the person who are senior criminals, junior criminals, especially kidnapper, hijacker, snatcher, human trafficker, woman trafficker, child trafficker, etc. All classes of people, of course, you need to be heart conscious is one, and you should not do any anti-social activities and action, and anti-state action, and anti-justice disharmony action. Of course, look at the autobiography of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what is being taught. Open the Quran, what Allah has said is about men and women. Threefold dignity had been given to a mother, to woman, to woman, to women. Was this matter? What is being declared is by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Why do you neglect to see them? Don't neglect to see them in this and that. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't neglect his wives. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam behavior of person with Hazrat Khadija within 25 years. Hazrat Khadija said, within 25 years, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not look at me by being angry, or he did not show his angry justice eyes towards me. Hazrat Aisha justice said, Honorable Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, of course, I got to see him in my childhood. From my childhood to up to just his youthhood, I got to see him. He was very cordial, friend, good, gentle, polite. Obviously, we cannot compare anyone in this world with Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It is sure, but at least we can watch his autobiography. We can watch the autobiography of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Honorable ladies, throughout the whole country, read the autobiography of Hazrat Fatima, Hazrat Aisha, Hazrat especially that you is getting, and wife of Firaun, Hazrat Asiya, other famous ladies who got a ticket of heaven from mundane world. In the and that, if there would have been wrong activities and action in your heart, obviously step by step you can purify yourself, rectify yourself, change yourself, and in which and that let us be competent, especially personality, to become a guest of Almighty Allah, to enter into the heaven. But let us forget our cruelty, forget our atrocity, forget our wickedness, forget our jealousy, forget our especially that vindictive personality, forget every evil task connection, and let us build our career befitting manner. We must not forget that man is ashraful makhluqat, best creature of Almighty Allah. Allah created this earth. Allah had already given us opportunity to especially be man of men. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.